Hey, move, bitch, I'm tryna raise, bitch, I'm tryna what? Hey, move, bitch, I'm tryna raise. If you ain't come to party, get the fuck up out my way. Hey, yeah, I'm pouring out the ace. 10 bad bitches and they all throwing K. Hey, move, bitch, I'm tryna raise. If you ain't come to party, get the fuck up out my way. Hey, yeah, I'm pouring out the ace. 10 bad bitches and they all throwing K. Hey, yeah, it's crazy how we coming. Pocket full of hundreds, I could blow it if I wanted. It's dependent on the schedule. If I make an appearance and if they ain't talking money, I don't even wanna hear it. Tell them, run the car, run the car though. I got 5 shorties shaking ass in the Tahoe. Where the bar, where the bar though? Better have them bottles ready, bitch, I'm tryna pop those. Money coming in quick, I feel like Pablo. Paint a shorty with my dick like I'm Picasso. Get the bag, then we dip, that's the motto. I'm on some bullshit with some bitches from Chicago. Hey, move, bitch, I'm tryna raise. If you ain't come to party, get the fuck up out my way. Hey, yeah, I'm pouring out the ace. 10 bad bitches and they all throwing K. Hey, move, bitch, I'm tryna raise. If you ain't come to party, get the fuck up out my way. Hey, yeah, I'm pouring out the ace. 10 bad bitches and they all throwing K. Okay, she a pretty little dime piece. Shorty know what time it is, I don't need a timepiece. Chrome hearts on my jeans. She was throwing cake, so I took her back to my suite. I gave her icing, she like her icing. When she saw my chain, she said, damn, that looks pricey. I know she like me, there's no question. If you ain't getting lit, bitch, get up out the section. Hey, move, bitch, I'm tryna raise. If you ain't come to party, get the fuck up out my way. Hey, yeah, I'm pouring out the ace. 10 bad bitches and they all throwing K. Hey, move, bitch, I'm tryna raise. If you ain't come to party, get the fuck up out my way. Hey, yeah, I'm pouring out the ace. 10 bad bitches and they all throwing K. Hey, bitch, I'm tryna raise. Hey, bitch, I'm tryna raise.
G-Hughes, you did this one.
Easy beat. I'm tryna get all of that.
So that little bitch stop trippin', we gon' get the bag. Chanel on my back, she like living fast. She wanna fall with me cause we getting cash. I hit that bitch raw, did that and I passed. I did not learn shit in that motherfucking class. It's stats, I put that bitch like a bag. Racks, I'm tryna get all of that. Shawty, she wanna move fast. That little bitch stop trippin', we gon' get the bag. Chanel on my back, she like living fast. She wanna fall with me cause we getting cash. I hit that bitch raw, did that and I passed. I did not learn shit in that motherfucking class. It's stats, I put that bitch like a bag. Racks, I'm tryna get all of that. Shawty, she wanna move fast. That love bitch stop trippin', we gon' get the bag. Get the bag, get the racks, get the cash, yeah. Hit that bitch with no condom, then that, yeah. I'm tryna get brain, have bread in the patch, yeah. Hit that boy with that Glock, burn his back, yeah. Hit that bitch with the stock of the Mac, yeah. Oh, he talking that cat, why you lack, yeah. Get the stash, yeah. That's straight facts, yeah. She keep stressing, bluff this sweet and relax, yeah. What the buddy pussy thinking? Just because I'm famous, they thinking that I don't keep a fucking stainless. I'm swinging that chopper, I leave that boy brainless. I'm dangerous, my bitch, she bad as she be saying. I'm saying my Glock is cock when at your brain. And you said that niggas really on the game, but these niggas be pussy and they be false claim. I'm a beast in the streets, pussy boy, you can't slide the 40.
The Morning Fix live radio show will begin shortly. For your best news coverage and commentary, tune in daily at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on The Morning Fix. The Morning Fix live radio show will begin shortly. Good morning and welcome to the Morning Fix live radio show. Happy Thursday, everyone. It is 10:11 Eastern Standard Time, October 20th, 2022. It is a beautiful, and I mean a beautiful, despite all the crumminess that is going on here in New York City. It is a beautiful 50 full degrees out here in New York City. It is sunny, not a cloud in the sky. It's gorgeous out there. Wow. I'm riding home from work. And listen, trust me, I don't have a lot of energy today. I've been up for 24 hours straight, took a little cat naps here and there, but I wouldn't miss this for the world, especially when I have the opportunity to to come at me and be like, yo, let me
Wow.
irritate the mess out you.
Look, yeah, okay. For
What do you
somebody
mean?
with no energy, you coming in hot.
Why not?
Wow, whatever, dude.
Why not?
Let's say good morning.
Whoa. Why not? Why can't I come in that hot? Just start already, the Thursday. We're in Thirsty Thursday. We're about to start the weekend soon. And I can just
Yes,
come right in
we
and start
are.
irritating you real quick.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Not.
You're like the receptionist. Thank you. Come again.
Thank you for calling.
Good morning, Brian. Good
Good
morning,
morning.
Tina.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kai. I think we missed Kai yesterday. I don't think we saw Kai yesterday. We take
I don't remember
attendance here.
yesterday.
We didn't see Ted yesterday. Good morning.
Good
We take
morning.
attendance every day when we do this. Katie, good morning. We got Heather in the house. Good
Good
morning.
morning. Good morning. Good morning.
I want to ask everybody in the chat. It's the fall. We got Bumblebee Tuna in here. We got Nanny Shanny. Welcome, everybody. All right. I want everybody to tune in right now. Let's huddle in, gather in. Keisha,
What?
it's fall,
Okay.
right? Not everybody has a lot of money going into the holiday season. Okay.
Okay.
Are you a fan of going on vacation now or in the spring? What are we working with? Or you don't
I
care?
I'm a fan of going on vacation any given day of the year.
Mm.
I spoke to my daughter last night. Told her I want to go on vacation.
Where do you want to go?
I don't care.
All right. Historically speaking, you growing up with the kids,
Oh, my kids
you
have been all over the world.
okay. Where? Name a
Uh,
place.
Tropical. My kids have been to the Caymans, Jamaica,
Mm,
U.S. Virgin Islands, Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Puerto Rico.
really?
Uh, yeah. Hold on. I'm trying to think. Where else? That's tropical. Um, we've been all over the United States, but I'm trying to think. Now you got me thinking.
Yeah, that's what I do here. That's what I do.
That's
I
good.
irritate and I get you thinking.
Yeah. We've been overseas a couple times, seen a couple things there.
Would
But
you
yeah,
where overseas?
my kids have been to Romania. My kids have been to
Ooh.
Hungary, but that's their descent. So their father is Romanian.
Hmm.
So yeah. So yeah, they've been to Hungary. Been to a couple places.
Hungary. Okay. Ireland, or was that just you?
No. They didn't go to Ireland.
Okay. All right.
My kids are
So
not big fans of traveling overseas.
sure, it was just you that went to Ireland.
Yeah, I went by myself to Ireland.
Why?
Best
Why did
time
you go
ever.
there? What was the goal there to go?
There was no goal. I wanted to go.
You
I
just
want to
wanted
go
to go.
anywhere.
That was it. That was it.
Yeah, I like to experience things. I like to experience different culture, different people. I wanted to be the only black person. It was great.
Were you?
No, I saw one other one.
Oh, there were other blacks.
Oh, no, actually, I'm sorry. I take that lie back. I saw two. One was in the airport, though.
You
But I
saw
only
two
saw,
other blacks.
yeah, two black people. I only saw one other black person the entire time I was on the island of Ireland.
And were they like European black or were they
Yeah,
like
she was.
American black?
Yeah, she was. Because as
She
soon as she
was.
heard me speak, she spoke to me. She goes, "You're American," and I said, "You're not."
You're not.
She had an accent,
Do
so
you
yeah.
think that as Americans we're just like so self-centered? Like, oh nah, like why you not from America? Like, did that come through your head? Like, be
No,
honest. Be
never.
honest.
No, never. It was a great experience. They were super kind.
Okay.
Irish people are amazing. They don't care. Everyone drinks and everyone's happy and everyone's merry and they love
And
it.
they don't care about hitting on you. Did you get hit on in Ireland?
No, I did not. But I mean, I didn't allow myself to get hit on. I mean, I hung out in a couple pubs and
What do you
drank
mean
with
you didn't allow yourself? What did you do? Like,
well, just because I was too busy being a tourist, so you have to sit still long enough to get hit on.
okay, and pay attention.
Mhm. Yeah, I was too
Mm,
busy being a
okay.
tourist. Like, I went to the set of
Now,
Game of Thrones and all that kinda stuff.
where is there a place that you want to go to right now? Like, if you're on a
Uh,
budget,
I'm going to Greece hopefully in March.
you're going to Greece.
Yes, hopefully in March.
Oh, nice, nice.
That's
I'm
on the
excited
plan
for
right
that.
now. Um, so
Is this another girl only kind of trip? Girl,
yes,
singular.
yes. No, no, I'll be with someone else.
Ooh, you're gonna be
Someone
with
who
somebody. Do share,
someone
do
who speaks the
share.
language. Someone who speaks the language.
Who are we referring to?
Oh, I don't kiss and tell.
Oh, we keep it quiet. We keep it quiet out here.
Good morning, good morning, good
All
morning.
right. So I was curious, and for all of our audience members out there, if you're trying to save money and not try to break the bank by going overseas, and with all this BS
Oh, I wanna
COVID
go to Israel too.
protocols, you have
I wanna
all these BS COVID protocols, by the
Oh
way.
god.
So if some of you purebloods out there that didn't decide to get the vaccination, which me, I had to, so I got it. Yeah. I hear it. Anyways,
Oh, what a shame.
yeah.
You
Well,
should have
it's
called me.
either go to work or call you. How am I going to call? For what? What is that going to do?
Okay. Go to work. Okay, keep going, tell your story.
By the way, look, I got the AJ merch T-shirt. Check this out, Free Thinker.
The
This is
hat
a
too.
rare shirt. This is a rare shirt. The hat everyone knows about, but this shirt no one really knows about. I don't see anybody rocking it, so I feel special. Not
Oh,
even
maybe I should buy
you. Not
one.
even
Maybe I should buy one then.
you.
You know why I don't have one that says free thinker? Because Marlon, sold merch that said free thinker, and I have one that says that already.
Yeah.
'Cause I bought it from
It-
Marlon. Shut
His
up.
can say free thinker, but I got something of AJ that says free thinker. Whatever.
Uh,
Anyways,
do you know how much AJ rant room I have? If you don't stop it right now. Continue your story.
anyways,
Yes.
anyways.
Yes.
So to not break the bank,
The fuck?
there's some good destination locations. If you haven't already, Grand Canyon is the number one a good vacation place on the top 30. Did you know
It's
that?
not a good vacation place, it's a nice place to visit.
All right, but it's what do you mean it's not a great vacation place? Not too far
You
from
don't
there.
need to
You can
spend a
stay
week
at
there.
Flagstaff, and in Flagstaff, Arizona is a beautiful area to
Are you
stay.
ho
Or you could go
hold
to
on.
Salt Lake, which is not too far either, just to drive away and stay at a nice place there too. It's a
Oh my
good
god.
vacation area.
Oh
Okay?
my god. Okay, sure.
Stop hating. Stop hating, all
Okay.
right?
Alright. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So, have you been to the Grand Canyon?
I absolutely have.
Did you like it?
Yeah, I've been to the Grand Canyon a couple of times, but I went for the day and went home.
You went for the day and went home. Okay.
Like, yeah, you
All
go
right.
there, you see the hole in the ground, it's pretty fascinating. It's incredible to see something created by nature, and then you go
But
home.
why you gotta simplify it like that? See the
Okay,
hole on
so
the
hold on,
ground.
hold on, hold on, hold
No,
on.
no, 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 no.
Let me let
Don't.
me be let me be honest. Okay, so I've been
Can
to
we
the
be
Grand
honest?
Canyon.
Can we?
Shush. That was yesterday. Today is different. Um, you know, and now after experiencing that we have some moles amongst us who okay, that's another story. Anyways, so the
Wait,
Grand
we got
Canyon,
more.
yeah, some people who now who send people our way to try to, steal our ideas and
Do a
see how we think
scout?
we
You're saying we have people who are scouting us?
well, I don't know that that person would be considered a scout. I think that person is just a liar and a thief.
Ooh, uh-oh.
But that's neither here nor there. So anyways,
Shots fired.
moving
Shots
back to the Grand
fired.
Canyon.
Okay.
I have rafted with done the whitewater rafting down the Grand Canyon. So you hike down the Grand Canyon and then you walk up and then you raft down. So I've done that and then I've just done
Okay.
it with the kids and you just go to the different, you know, sides of it and
I didn't do that. That I didn't get to do, but I would love to do that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. But I mean, it's a hole in the ground. I mean, created by nature. It's pretty
I
fascinating.
I wouldn't just simplify it to say it's a hole in the ground. I
So
wanted
would you simplify to say it's a vacation and you want to spend a week there? Like, what the hell?
there's something majestic, like just saying it
Okay.
like that. It's like try explaining to people who haven't seen Mount Rainier. Try explaining that. Try it.
It's pretty fantastic, but
You see? You see? But it
but
doesn't
I
it
mean,
doesn't it doesn't embody what you're actually gonna witness, right?
yeah, but here's the thing. If you are a visual person, I mean, you can't be afraid of heights and do these things.
Do what thing?
The canyon, the Grand Canyon. Like my mother doesn't like it because she's afraid of heights, so she can't get near the edge and like really take it all in.
Oh, got it.
You
Okay.
know what I mean?
Okay.
So like the Grand Canyon from the top of any rim is not the same. Now, I mean, I've done the sky bridge, where you walk on the bridge out, like it goes out and it's glass on the bottom. I've done that as well.
I didn't do that either. I didn't
Yeah,
do
I've
that
done
either.
that. That was pretty crazy, but I'm crazy, so I like those types of things.
But that sounds awesome. But the thing is I see Katie saying nope. There's something about the view when I looked over the westward bank or whatever the hell you
Yeah,
call it. As I
yeah.
looked over, there was something about the view that I feel like when I hear Keisha say it's just a hole in the ground, it's not doing it justice. There's something about it that you're just like, what the hell am I
Well,
looking at?
I can say that Mount Rainier, even when you go up, Brian said he said Brian and I went to Mount Rainier, and
So
even at the top of Crystal Mountain.
you guys
Well,
went
we
to
went
Mount
to Crystal Mountain, so we rode up the thing into Crystal, and so it's Mount Rainier right there. I
Wow,
feel like
that's
Mount
awesome.
Rainier
That's awesome.
is, better from my house view than it is up close.
Yeah, because you can't really take it in, right? If you're
Right.
in close. Yeah.
Mhm.
There
Yeah.
was something special about when I first flew in my when my daughter was like 19 days old.
Oh,
I
yeah.
flew into
Maybe SeaTac?
SeaTac.
Yeah, Mount Rainier is
And
there.
right, that day, I remember when I saw the mountain, there was a person sitting in the same aisle from me.
Yeah.
And he asked me. He asked me when we first were taking off and going. He said, "Have you ever been to Seattle?" I said, "No." He says, "Okay. Do you want the window seat?" I said, "No, I'm all right." He says, he just did that, right?
Mhm.
It's like, "Are you sure? You sure you don't want the window seat? Do you know why I'm asking you?" I said, "No." He says,
Mount
"I tell
Rainier.
you what, when we get close and we're about to, land, I'm gonna open up the window. I'm gonna tap you if you don't mind. I want you to look out the window." I had no clue what this man started. This is like, this is weird, right? I've never met this person. Anyways, I get there and the sky was clear. And apparently, according to this guy, he said the sky is never clear. It's always cloudy, and you have to kind of see through the clouds, the mountain. I got to see the mountain clear, and I was just taken back. I was like, holy smokes.
Um, for the most part, every time
Beautiful
I've flown out of
snow.
SeaTac,
Oh my
it's
God,
always
it was beautiful.
snow-capped, but anytime I fly out of SeaTac, I generally get a great picture of Mount Rainier. Um, the one thing about Washington is there's all these, like, volcanoes, so, Mount St. Helens and everything, so there's some pretty spectacular views here.
You got Everett, Mount Everett.
Yes.
I saw Mount Everett
Yeah.
up in Bellingham.
Yes.
I saw a lot of different little nice things that is hard for me to explain to people. That I went to a freaking park that people just walk into. Like a park to me, a New Yorker is like, flat grassland and a little bit of
Yeah.
rock. No,
No,
a
that's not our
park
park.
in Washington State, it's like you're in a National Geographic and you
Yes.
can hear Anthony Hopkins in your ears. You're
Yeah.
like, "The penguin is about to mate," and you're like, "Wow, this is beautiful. There's just beautiful nature and tall,
Yeah.
beautiful trees and a mountain and a waterfall out of nowhere." And you're like, "A waterfall? Like, are we going whitewater rafting now all of a sudden?
I
This is
I have some
crazy."
pretty much every park has where there's trees, there's moving water for the most part. Um,
And you can hear
and,
it.
I have some pretty amazing pictures of waterfalls, but I mean, I've hiked many mountains, I've gone very high, I've done a lot of stuff. But I only hike in the winter, so it's generally snowing cold when I hike.
It's just a beautiful, beautiful
So go back to
place.
these cheap vacations
All right.
that
So, and
nobody
by the
wants to
way,
pay.
when I did go to Flagstaff, Arizona, when I was there, I was gonna go to the canyon in a different route, but which is
Which
like
rim did you go on?
the west. No, I tried to go to west. It was closed because I think the government owned. No, the government doesn't own the west. I forgot which one. It's been many years. I did it for my 30th birthday, and I
Oh,
was like, oh, okay. So we went and drove around, and I got to Flagstaff, Arizona, and I thought Flagstaff was amazing. It's great. Like they have like this nice little lodge area there where you can like hang out. And I went there in the winter. My birthday is in the winter time. Okay. So
I
I
know when
got to
your
see the
birthday is.
snow. I got to, I got to really take it all in. So I really enjoyed it. Anyways, there's this restaurant there in Flagstaff, Arizona. It's like it looks like it's a hole in the wall.
Yeah.
Random steakhouse. And it was probably the best steak I ever had in my life. I was like, wow,
Wow,
this is
that's
amazing.
extreme. That's extreme. But okay.
Yeah, it's not extreme. Stop it. Don't ruin my
That's
dreams. Don't
that's
ruin what I've
were you drunk?
experienced.
Were you
It
drunk?
was real for me. All right.
What?
So I never got to go down to the Colorado River. I'm jealous of you. Anyways, we have Yellowstone.
Oh,
Yellowstone.
yes. Yes, yes,
How
yes, yes,
was you
yes.
been there? You've
Yellowstone,
been to
yes.
Yellowstone?
Yes,
Tell us about it.
I have a goal to do all of the national parks.
So wait, so
So,
Yellowstone, you've been to Yellowstone.
I've been to Yellowstone. Me and my brother did a Harley ride to the Yellowstone.
Ooh, tell us. Tell us how that was.
Beautiful. It's
Wow,
just,
just
I the thing is that,
come
like,
on, give me some
what I
flavor. Like tell me
no,
things.
you know
Like
what
give me
I've noticed,
detail,
like,
details, details.
any place I've ever been, there's no words to describe just things that are just incredibly just, I don't know, soothing. I mean, you
Mhm.
travel the world and you show someone a picture and it never does it any justice, right?
Right.
So,
That's how I feel about Mount Rainier and the Grand Canyon.
yeah,
I took
so it's just you just have to you have to experience it, you have to see it. But yes, I wanna see all of the national parks.
so Yellowstone was one of them, and Yellowstone is in Montana, if I'm
And,
not mistaken.
on the border, yeah, right there at the edge. Yeah.
Yeah, national park provides 900 miles of hiking trails. Are you a fan of hiking?
No,
No. Okay.
no. That requires a
Um.
lot of energy that at my age I don't like to exert unless it's for the right reasons.
Oh God. Okay. You have a bubbling. There's steaming geysers.
Yes.
You have hot springs.
Yep.
You have
Yosemite.
animal. What's that?
Yosemite.
Yosemite. Yeah, that's number 3. Yosemite is where is Yosemite National Park?
Yosemite
In California.
in
Yosemite.
California. Yeah.
I've never been to I've never even heard of this place, Yosemite.
You've never heard of Yosemite National Park?
Never. Never.
Wow.
And I love the fact how almost the top 3 places to visit are on the West Coast. We have Arizona, we have Montana, and we have now California. You know what I wanna go see?
What?
I wanna see the redwood trees.
Yeah. Beautiful.
So I really wanna see those trees because I hear they're, like, so massive and, like, you
They
can
are.
walk through the trunks. I really wanna see those.
Yeah.
You've seen them too?
Yes. I'm a California
Okay.
native, born and raised.
Alright. So you like to explore despite the fact that you don't like to hike, you've explored
No, I
places.
don't like to hike, but generally when you get in these national parks, you don't have to go far. The greatness is at the street. So, um, that's why I said Yosemite because that's what a lot of people call it because that's how it's spelled, but it's actually Yosemite. Um,
Yosemite.
yeah, Yosemite National
Never
Park.
heard of it, never been there.
How come you is that was that all of them? But I don't think
No,
like
there's
I don't
more, there's more.
oh, okay, but I don't see national parks as like vacations.
Yeah, but it's something to go to and to get maybe a release. We're trying to engage the audience of like it might be stressful. You've just gone back to the office and dealing with people.
Yeah.
And so some people probably just want to get away and not have to break the bank to do it, right?
Yeah, but I mean, if you don't live in these states, it's expensive to go and get there and get a hotel and food, so it's still expensive.
Well, There's a way to do it to not have to spend so much money. You can do an RV, right?
Gas is $99
We talked
a
about
gallon.
that's true. JoJo is ruining it for all of us, man. We
I
can't
mean,
even
there's
we
no
can't
such thing as a
take a
cheap
break.
vacation.
We can't take a fucking break. All right.
No. You
All
gotta do
right.
staycations. You gotta find beautiful places in your
And from
state.
what I'm hearing in New York, there's some beautiful areas so that I'm going to be doing that in the coming weeks. I'm going to be touring areas of New York on my
Oh,
weekends.
is that right?
Yeah. Mhm.
Nice. I love
Yeah.
New York.
I want to go to the actual outer state. I've never been to the state like Buffalo. I've been to Niagara Falls on the New York
Yeah, I
side.
wanna do that. I wanna do that, but I wanna do it on the Canadian side.
Yeah. Well, I've never been to Buffalo. I've never been to the western part of New York. I heard there's beautiful areas like to go and venture off to. So that's my
Okay.
intention.
Well, that sounds like a good time.
Here we go. Here we go. Let me tell you. Let me let you know
Wow.
something. I haven't said anything about the fighting Phils yet. All right. Leave me
Whoo!
alone. Leave me alone with the Mets. I'm still recovering. All right.
Wow.
All right.
And
Let's
wait,
see
and
what
that's your
any.
friend talking to you like that. Wow.
Nah, not right now. Let him showboat and enjoy this time that he has in with the fighting Phils.
Mhm.
What else do we have here? Any places that you guys want to go? And do you guys feel the tension? Do you feel the stress? Are you back at the office?
I recommend
Stuff like
everyone
that.
go on a cruise. It's the cheapest thing you could do.
Wait, a cruise is the cheapest?
Yeah, like right now I just looked and they have like rooms like that are like 100 and $200 a person for like 5 or 6 days.
Nice. To where?
To like the Bahamas, to like everywhere.
Do you need a passport to go to the Bahamas?
Nope, you just need your birth certificate. Long
I
as
need
you
a
originate,
passport. I need a
yes,
passport.
you do. Absolutely.
I don't have one and I've been stalling and
How do you not
slacking.
have one? Oh, you know why you don't
No.
have one? Because you don't travel. Okay. So with that being said,
All
cruises are
right.
the cheapest
All
way to
right.
go. Everyone should
Slow
go on a
down. Slow down. Can you put your deck away, please? Slow down, okay?
Oh,
Thank
I
you.
just slapped you upside the head with it. Bow.
All right. What about all right, so Maui wouldn't be
That's
cheap.
Hawaii.
Right, that's
You could
Hawaii.
do a cruise to Maui, but Hawaii
And
is not cheap. It's very
it's
expensive.
not cheap. Yeah, my we paid for my mom to go and enjoy her birthday out there, and I spent quite a bit of money, just me, and we broke it into 3 because there's 3 of us.
Yeah.
Glacier National Park. Where is this?
Ooh,
Montana. Look how
Montana.
beautiful this is. Can we check out some of these pictures? Look at this.
Montana.
Wow,
Hello.
this is nice. Oh, look at
Gracious.
that. Look at that. You see, this
Yeah.
is what I'm talking about right here. See, but you don't like walking around and
What are you
touring.
talking about? I walked over 10 miles when I was in Ireland in one day. What are you talking about?
This looks really nice
I
as
am
I'm looking
perfectly
over here.
capable and will walk. And Montana is beautiful.
I wonder what it smells like because I'm sure it probably smells smoky. Because when I was
Ooh, Taj
in
Mahal in Dubai. Yes, let's go, Christina.
Taj Mahal, okay. But
In
this is
Dubai. I want to
local.
go to
Look at this.
Dubai.
The Zion National Park. Where's this at?
I've never been there. I've heard of it, but I've never been there. I want to go.
Where
Is
is
it
this?
in Oregon? Where is it?
I don't know. National Park, best views, hikers. I don't know. Where is it? Where's Zion National Park? Can you help me out?
Well, I mean, I can if I look. Hold on.
Travel guide. Where is it?
Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
I bet you this has
Utah.
gotta. Oh, Utah. Nice. Look at this thing here.
Yeah, I've never been. I
Wow.
wanted to go.
Wow, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice, folks. I'm saying. And of course, you have Honolulu.
I just
Uh,
want to do all the national parks.
New York City. Ain't nobody want to come to dirty New York City. Look,
I do.
all right.
Love New York.
So, yeah, yes. So you like New York to travel to, just to
Yeah.
visit and say hello, right?
Yeah. I was gonna move to New York before I came to Washington.
Wow. You were gonna put yourself through that stress, huh?
Yeah, I love New York.
How many times have you been to New York?
More than I can count.
Oh, so you've been here often. Okay. Yeah.
I love New York.
Oh, Nanny, thank you for that. I didn't see that in the chat. Sounds like white supremacist behavior. Sure, white fragility. Excuse you, white fragility behavior.
Mm,
Um,
New York is whack.
Taj Mahal, Dubai, Dubai. Hey, Mister Full Service, how we doing, sir?
I saw him
Um,
and all he said was no. I don't know what he said no to.
and New York is whack. I want to travel. Like I said, I want to travel the outer parts of New York. Once I'm done traveling New York, then I'm gonna move on to like, Boston. I've never
Connecticut.
can. I've been to Connecticut. I've been to Manchester. I've been to different areas in Connecticut, but I want to travel Boston, like Massachusetts. I want to go to Vermont. I want to go to New Hampshire, and I want to travel around Maine. So once I get
Oh,
all
I wanna
that out
go
of
to
my
Maine.
system,
I wanna go to Maine. I wanna
yeah,
do all 50 states at one point.
yeah,
So,
me
I'll
too.
do all the national parks in there, so, like, Mount Rushmore and all of that, I'll do all that. But I wanna do all 50 states. I would love to go to Maine. I just wanna eat all the seafood
Yeah,
out there.
this is the same. This is the feeling. We're on the same page. We are on the same page. You can keep your nasty ass, dirty ass, decrepit, stinky, smoggy city. I'll go to the outer plates. But you're not gonna get good food there's no place like New York when it comes to food. That's
You
about it.
never
But
lie.
um but yeah, I want to travel around and I do want to travel the states cuz my short-term goal in the next few years is to build my van,
Mm,
right? I was talking to
mm,
you about it. I'm going to tell
mhm.
everybody is
Okay.
I want to build a van where I get to sleep in it, travel in it, cook in it, do the whole nine, and I want to travel.
AJ.
I want to travel. What about you? Do you want to travel? Do you want to tour around the states like that?
Oh, yeah, I wanna do all 50 states, every single one. Like, I wanna go to, like, stupid things like Graceland, um, just do all these touristy things and go into each and every state. So, I
I've
mean, I've
been
been
to
to quite a
38
few
out of
states.
50 states. Oh, nice.
Wow.
What was your favorite, Tina? What was your favorite? Getting on a
Yeah.
plane and going to Italy. The people are nicer and the views are beautiful. Savory went on a honeymoon slash vacation to Santorini.
Yeah.
Yep, he went to Santorini. He had the pictures there were outstanding. I was like, wow, how was he? He's like, bro, it was amazing. Him and his wife had a good time.
Europe is
So
just visually beautiful. Like,
yeah.
yeah, but I mean, you go to some place like Venice that's covered in stinky water and it's dirty,
And
but
it
it's still
smells, I
beautiful.
heard. I heard it
It
smells
does
pretty
smell.
bad.
It's dirty,
Mhm.
like nasty dirty, but it's still the architect, the churches, it's still beautiful.
Yeah,
But
I
white
mean,
don't try.
it's historic, right? Like, you're looking
Europe
at
is historic.
yeah.
It's not like America, we tear everything down that's historic. Everything there is historic.
I mean, whatever, right? We don't They
No,
don't want no white supremacist statues, that's why
whatever,
they're
dude.
saying. They don't want no Robert E. Lee statues, that white
Mhm,
supremacy. They don't want none of that. Because
mhm.
America, listen, Keisha, America is deep rooted in white supremacy. Do you remember why the black woman
Yeah,
didn't have total autonomy of their own body?
that's right, I
For
forgot.
the massa was just making babies.
That's right, my bad. That's
Yeah.
okay, I got called, uneducated and ignorant last night because I couldn't understand this other black woman's experience in America. So it's cool.
When did you get called that?
Last night. So this lady
Wait,
was
you went
attack
live?
No, I went into a live, just I was scrolling and I saw a live. I was only in there about, I don't know, 45 seconds. And this chick was going off on Chilla, telling him that he doesn't understand the Black American experience because the moment that he speaks, they know he's not American, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's stupid.
So I came into the box and I said, okay. Chilla was like, oh, this is my sister. She's born and raised here in America. So I said, okay, so here I am, another Black woman. Tell me about our experience in America. And she lost her shit. And she's like, "What do you mean? I have to spoon feed you the experience? If you must be uneducated and ignorant if you don't know the experience." I said, "No, no, 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 no. I'm just coming here because you said our experience as Black women in America look a certain way, so
Ooh.
I can't relate." Oh,
You can get an old school bus. I guess
around
I guess Mandy.
10K?
Good morning. Good morning, Mandy. I guess you can fix it up for 10,000. Set it all set up. Listen, me and Keisha been talking about it. We were talking. There's a whole community, a whole world of people
Yes,
who create vans and sleepers
and
and
live in
stuff like
them.
that,
Yeah.
and dead ass live in them like for years.
I
We
don't know
know.
if
I've
I
seen
don't know if
couples live in
I
them.
know, but if I had the right environment, I could do it. I think it's a pretty experience. I think it's a great experience to do. I mean, I don't know why you could pick a different scenery every day. I mean,
Well, so there was like this talk that we had. Speaking of this wild one right here, we were
uh,
saying that if we all three had our own and we would travel as a group together and do our own thing, right? Like, what do you
okay,
think of that, AJ? Would you
hold
be
on.
a nomad with us? Would you be a nomad with us, AJ? How about that?
Pause. Everyone, please say good morning
Let's all stop
to
for a second. Let's all
the
stop
AJ
and
Rambler.
let's all greet AJ. All
Okay,
hail
everyone,
AJ.
please let's take a moment here and say good morning. AJ, AJ, my dearest friend AJ, whom I love so deeply.
Oh, it
Good
looks like we
morning.
have a community. We have a group of nomads that would be on tour with
Yes,
us. Look at that.
AJ, in your own van,
Can you
like
think, Mandy? Can you think of the content we would create if us nomads we got together? We would do great. We would do great things just traveling around the country and just being an entourage. What do you think of
we could do
that?
it for like 6 months.
I'm talking no longer. Why
No, no,
does
no,
it
no,
have to
I
be
mean
6?
together, like, we could travel around together for, like, 6 months and, you know, harass each other along the way.
No, 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 no. There has to be safe and a good enough space between each other, right?
Yeah, we'll be
So
in our own vans.
I don't know
That's
why would we be harassing each other. See, I could do this for the
you do
show,
it
but
you
you
harass
know,
me from 3,000 miles away, so
yeah,
I
but
don't
it's
think
like
it's
this though.
hard.
It's in this format, in this environment,
Oh, got
right?
it,
So
whatever. Okay.
it would be fun though, because we would go out and like we would create different content around asking people questions, maybe political, maybe taking a pulse, maybe just taking life questions in and doing all that stuff. What do you think?
I would do it. I mean, but I'm not building
So
anything.
we have
I'm
Mandy
just gonna
and
go to
Glenn.
the van lot. I'm just gonna go there and buy it.
You don't want to join the
No.
experience in building
No,
your
no,
own
no,
van.
no, no, no. So just tell me when you guys are ready, and I'll just show up at the dealership and purchase one that's already complete.
I was watching one of these creators. I forgot. He's a guy from Tennessee. He's got long dreads, and he's always dancing with his son in the video. Anyways, I sent you guys a video actually of him. It was a funny video, but he's building his own RV.
I'm
He's
good.
literally building his own RV, and he's gonna
I'm good.
probably travel around the country.
Yeah, I just wanna, like, just have everything I need, like, done professionally, so I don't even have to worry about it. Like, let's get the
But the
solar.
but the intimate part of it is to build it, not to just buy it.
The intimate part of it is me living in it. That's the intimate part of it. I don't need to build
Ah,
it to be intimate. Like, what are you talking about?
because you wanna build it according
Okay,
to
that's fine. You know
you
what?
and
When
how you
your
feel.
shit breaks down, you can just come over to mine and
When your shit breaks
when your
down.
stove stops working, you can just come cook on mine, that works.
Wait,
With a
how
with a
how
whole
would your
entire
shit not break?
warranty.
But your shit could break down, even though you
It has
just
a
bought it.
warranty. It has a warranty. And like AJ said, you lost me at building my own. There you go.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Why?
So
What
you
this
know
is
what? You have 2 bougie friends, work it out.
Well, it looks like no, it looks like Mandy is on your side too.
That's
I don't know.
right,
I just
Mandy.
like the fact of building it, right?
I
And
ain't
putting
building nothing. I am gonna
putting
build
my
it. Imma
own
build it
niche
on
on
my
it.
laptop. Imma build it on my laptop, and then I'm
Mhm.
gonna send it to the dealership, and then they're gonna do it for me, and then Imma pick it up. So yes, I will be building it on the laptop,
I think we should do
on the
we'll
little.
probably do a segment in covering some of these vans and how they look inside. Now, they're not RV folks, like big RVs, 13 feet, 14 feet, 15 feet. These are actual vans, and people are living in like Pro Master Pros or Roadmaster Pros, stuff like that, or the Mercedes Splinters, those things that people are delivering in the Amazon
I
vehicles.
just here's
Anyways,
the thing though, like, I need certain things to be right.
like
Plumbing,
what? Like
like
what?
like the toilet.
Yeah, but the plumbing is not what you think. It's a
I
compost
understand that.
toilet.
I
It's a
understand. Yes,
compost.
I get that. I get that. But that's not something I'm trying to like fuck with in
You
there.
don't flush the toilet, though.
Listen, if you don't put that thing in there where I want to smell, okay, you know what? This is not a good idea. I probably
Why
need a
not?
whole like motorhome. Like, I don't know that this is gonna work for me. See, I just had moments of things, and I don't know that that will work for me. So yeah,
I'm gonna
probably
tell him what
not.
I want. So Mandy is in full agreement of you.
Okay.
She's gonna want hers outfitted.
Yeah.
AJ's want hers outfitted. I'm gonna build mine. That's what's gonna
And you
happen.
know what? And we already know that you're gonna be in one of ours at some point during our
No, because I have a
alcohol.
buddy of mine that him and I are very good at stuff
Okay,
together.
so
We're a
like
good
I
team. We're
said, we
gonna build
already
it together.
know that you're gonna be in one of ours when your compost toilet is backing up.
The compost toilet doesn't back up.
I
You
can't.
do your business. Ah, ah, you do your business. Excuse you. Let's zoom in. We do your business, and you're supposed to stir it. You're supposed to stir.
Oh my god.
And then you close it and you stow it away. You're not gonna smell it. You're not gonna smell shit. No pun
Okay, we good.
intended. No
All
pun
right.
intended.
Moving
Yeah,
on.
no.
We're
All
done.
right.
We're done.
But listen, folks, I would definitely want to continue covering this
Just
because,
ooh.
hey, I think it's becoming a plausible option in Joe Biden's economy when he's saying the economy is strong as hell when people can't afford rent in certain places in this country. People can't afford gas and all that stuff. So why don't we
Can't
consolidate?
afford flushing
Living.
toilets. Now we're steering shit. Ugh.
Compost toilets are not
I'm
like
done.
that.
Okay, we're done. We're done. We're
We're
done.
done. We're done.
We're
That's
done.
it.
We're
So
done.
you're gonna need one of those kind of septic toilets.
Okay,
That's what you're
I
gonna
don't
need.
wanna talk about toilets. We are done.
Why not? Why not? It's part
It's
of life.
disgusting.
What about an outhouse? Would you take a shit in an outhouse?
Oh my god.
Like,
Really? Do I
what if
look
we
like
went
an
to a
outhouse shitter? Do I look like an
yeah? What
outhouse
if we
shitter?
went to an unremote area in maybe Indonesia, and we got to go take a shit in an outhouse somewhere?
I probably would be constipated and backed up and need an ER visit.
I will not be constipated at all. I'll be like, where is it? Okay,
You know what?
where do I gotta go? Hmm? Let's get it done, cause
You
we
know
we
what?
all.
I've decided now I will only travel with AJ because him
And
and
from
I
what
are on
I
the same level.
and from some of the old pictures,
You're
people
not
used
going.
to sit in a line
No.
together. They used to have those little
Okay.
holes that they would sit
No, no,
on,
no.
and
AJ,
it
we
would be
know
like
not
a
to let
communal.
no.
It would
No.
be a communal
Oh my
area. It
god.
would be communal. What do
No,
you think of that?
we already know that AJ and I know we're not letting you book any trip that we will go on.
We are
You
going
can't be
to an
trusted.
unremote
You can't be
area,
trusted. No.
and there's gonna be no running water. We're
Oh.
gonna live in the elements.
You are.
Okay.
I'm not living in nothing, and there will be running water because you know what? I'm already starting to itch just thinking about it. How do you
Wait.
bathe
So
when there's running
you
water?
there's other ways
That's
to
why I don't go
bathe.
camping.
Go find water. Go find water.
What is that? What water? What water are we finding?
There's
What,
got
when
to
you
be
have to
water
find the
somewhere.
water, that means I can't bathe in it.
Go to a river. Go to a river.
What?
Bathe there. There are
Oh,
ways around it. There are
you're
ways around
crazy.
it.
You're
Hmm.
crazy. I'm not bathing in a river. That's not even clean water.
I
How are you
would.
clean?
I
How are
would.
you clean after that?
And I would
Probably
take a
something would
shit
swim up
out in the
inside of
open somewhere too. I would do it out in the open, dig a little ditch, and do my business. Why not?
me.
I can be one with the earth. I could do it. I could do it.
Okay, well, thanks. That must be the white in you.
Wait, why the whites? There are other people of other different demographic that can do it too.
No, 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 not I. I
River
just see
bathing
something I seen
strong
something
enough
like
for a
swimming
man
up inside
for
of
a
me,
pH
river
balance.
bathing.
Look at this.
I'm
Look at
good.
this.
Be
Oh man.
see? That's what I'm talking about. Nah, I'm good. That's
Who's
not you're
with
not
me?
clean.
Who's
You're not
with
even
me?
you're not even clean, like, if you think about that, like, you're not clean, like, no,
A
no,
communal shit. That's right, AJ. There was a
no,
time where
no,
people will get together.
no,
There was a time
no,
in history where there was
no,
like a bathhouse. You would
no,
bathe, you would take a
no,
shit. There was all this
no,
stuff.
no, and you know what? Why are you talking about the past? It's 2022. We don't communal shit.
Because there's certain places in the world that still has communal
No,
shit.
you're lying. No. No one no. Where are we going?
What about
Into the
have you been
into the deep
to a
depths of
spa?
Africa? Like,
Have you
where are
been
we
to a
going?
spa? Have you been to a spa?
Yes, I've been to a spa.
All right, it's a communal bathhouse. That's a communal bathhouse.
Wow, we're not sitting around shitting
Thank
together.
you. Thank you. Someone's on my side. Glenn, we are here. Like, if I had to, I will survive the
Okay, first of
wilderness.
all, you didn't
100%.
say have to. You said let's go on a vacation in a remote area and dig a hole and shit. This has nothing to do with survival. So be clear on what we're talking about here. So you just went to if I have to survive, I could do it. No, 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 no. You started out talking about vacation. Who the hell vacations to bathe in a river and shit in a hole? That's not vacation. You know, I want to go to the 5-star hotel, okay, with hot running water
They
and
have
fucking
what is
toilets.
called in New York City a Turkish bathhouse.
Okay,
They have that here. And people are butt ass naked doing their whole thing. They do it in different areas and spas around the country, Keisha.
wow.
You've
All
ever
right.
been to that? You've ever been to that?
No,
So you've never been to a spa that it has a communal bath, a bathing
no. I
place.
first okay, let's okay,
What happened? What happened?
stop. Pause.
Okay. Okay.
I'm not getting anything communal with naked people that I don't know. Things could be on their bodies, and you think that I'm gonna get in some communal water with strangers? You out your rabbit ass mind. I don't know what's coming off their bodily fluids. I wouldn't sit on a space that somebody had their naked ass on. Are you no.
I
Negative.
have
I'm not
no
bringing nothing
problems with
home
a
from the communal bathhouse. Not happening.
well, they usually put things like certain,
No,
things
no.
in the
The answer
water.
is no. I'm not doing it. There's your answer. No,
So
I'm not.
it
I'm not.
doesn't
Stop it. I'm not sharing any of my space in my. Help me, Jesus, Lord, have
they
mercy.
put things in the water so there is no infection
Okay,
stuff.
so
All
you
right.
have to put things in
So
the. Hold up. You have to put things in the water. See, that
you
should tell
have
you
to.
right there.
That's
Okay,
part
that
of
should
that's
tell
part of the
you.
cleansing. That's part of the
That should
cleansing.
tell you why you shouldn't be in the communal water with strangers. If they got to put shit in there to keep you from catching something,
You put stuff in your you take a bath?
no, I shower.
You just shower. You never bath in your life. You never like sit
When I was 5.
and soak. You never soak in a
Well,
bath.
no, I don't like soaking in dirty water.
And when I'm really stressed and tense and I have a
Well, we
hard
know
time.
because you're like the person who thinks they're clean by washing in the lake or the
Well,
river or whatever the hell you
I
said.
just want to run my bath water nice and maybe get the jets going. I want the jets. You know,
Okay,
like a jacuzzi.
okay.
Like I
Alright.
stood in a
So you're
hotel
just
where there
gonna
was a
float around in dead skin.
hold
Like,
on.
that's
I
so
stood
nasty.
I stood in a hotel in Lancaster, Harrisburg, Pennsylvania a few years ago, and there was like a jacuzzi in the room, not like a separate area or there was a wall. Right next to my bed was a jacuzzi,
Okay.
and I loved it.
Okay, we're talking jacuzzi and we're talking bath. Which is it? Are we
It's
in
the
a
same
jacuzzi with
thing. It just
chlorine,
has jets. It
or
just
are
has
we
jets in
in
it.
a bathtub where it's just your
No, it's
dirty
the
water?
same shit. It's the same thing. How are you making a distinction there? A jacuzzi, a bathtub is the same thing.
Okay, no. Do you bathe in chlorine?
No, I'm talking. Okay, you're talking about the jacuzzi. The communal jacuzzi has to have chlorine water. What I'm talking about is the jacuzzi, the hot tub that is in
Oh,
your hotel. It's the same thing.
I probably wouldn't get in that
Why not?
because who was in it before me and what were they doing
They
in it?
wash it. They wash that thing.
How you know they watched it?
So wait, do you take a shower in hotels?
Yes, with the floor mat and everything.
They wash it. So
I
that
bring
you
no, I bring all my own shit. Like, I bring my own floor mat to put down in the shower. I have a whole, like, removable shower head to take with me on vacation. Like, I don't fuck around with that. Like, that's disgusting.
wait. What? That's
Yeah.
you're doing the most.
For who? The most for who?
A
You?
shower head? You take a whole ass shower head with you on
Yeah, because I
vacation.
need a removable shower head so I can be clean, and not every hotel has them.
Oh, you want one of those little extenders. What are you doing with an extender?
Washing my vagina.
This is unreal.
The fuck?
Look. All right. See?
See?
Bleach wipes. You can wipe it down. But at the end of the day, they clean it. The hotel's going to clean it too. They're going to clean it.
How do you know? I've seen these horrible documentaries where, like, they go in with, like, the black light
Oh,
and
we gotta do this. We gotta cover
they
this one
show
day.
you, like, all the things that are in the hotel because they didn't c change the
I
sheets
don't buy it.
from the person before.
Does anybody know anyone who works in the hotel industry that is currently working and wants to join in the show? We'll watch videos together. We'll commentate
See,
on it.
look at all the comments. Look at all the comments.
Okay. All right.
See,
Brian
they've
knows
been
someone. Brian, we need someone who works in the hospitality, and we'll have
I've
him in the show.
seen
Yeah.
all these documentaries. They go in with the black lights and they show you, like, semen on the remotes and in the beds and shit. Like, they show you that it's there. The toilets, there's, like, piss everywhere.
All right. So you lay on the bed though, right? What do? You bring
No,
your own
so
sheets too?
if
You
I'm
bring
tr
your own sheets.
yes, and now they have these new ones that are, like, these new, like, disposable travel sheets. I'm gonna order some.
That's too much for me.
Okay, well,
I'll lay
if
in
you
there.
if
I'll
they're
lay in somebody else's, whatever.
and you should never lay on the comforter because they never wash those. Ever.
Aren't they
Ever.
supposed? Isn't there
Ever.
guidelines?
Who's testing it? Like, it's not like people walk in with their black lights and shit.
Yeah, that's some ghetto motel shit. Yes, Kai, I agree. I've
No,
been
it's
to really
not.
good
No, it
hotels.
hap no, listen, it
All right,
happens in the highest of the highest hotels. I'm telling you. It's not the hotel, it's the lazy ass people that they hire to do it. If they look at the sheets and they look clean, they don't always change them.
really?
Yes.
Mm, whatever.
And people be doing all kinds of nasty stuff on there and whatnot.
They don't have an FDA, please. Well, maybe we need somebody to run for office to make sure we have clean hotels. Because hey,
Right.
the migrants in New York City have
How can
tents.
you How can you have clean hotels when you have 3,000 rooms and you're full to capacity and you want everybody out by a certain time because people are checking in? It just never works. There's just not enough time. You can't turn a hotel that fast and expect everything to be clean when you have people going out at the same day as they're coming in. You would need 24 hours to really sterilely clean a fucking hotel room after someone stayed in it for an entire week. Stop it.
What if I told you that the migrants have better living situations in New York City than the homeless? What if I told you that?
I believe it. I believe it. Nothing surprises me.
Greg Kelly said on his show yesterday, and I didn't think of it this way, but I'm sure you already have. Being that you're in politics and stuff, and you know on the ground. Anyways, Greg Kelly said by seeing what he sees that's going on. By the way, I should roll that clip really quick so you guys can see exactly what I'm talking about. It's
Roll it.
incredible what they're doing. Let me
Oh,
roll it.
that beautiful bean fittage.
Well, he had a three-piece suit on the other day. He looked really sharp, by the way. Anyways, he talked about, oh, this migrant crisis was manufactured by human hands, but we're rising to the occasion. And here's how he's rising to the occasion in New York City. Here it is.
Four buses carrying migrants came into the city's Port Authority bus terminal this morning. Officials say the city's shelter system is now at a breaking point and is searching for new ways to house all these people. Texas Governor Greg Abbott says that he sent migrants out of his state to cities like New York to bring attention to the crisis at the border.
In response to the growing number of migrants arriving here, Mayor Adams announced new humanitarian emergency response and relief centers. 2 centers will be opening in the coming weeks. Orchard Beach will serve adults,
right.
while a second location is still being finalized.
This tent location, you have one in Randall's Island. They have huge tent locations, okay?
Mhm.
It's compounds like this. Greg Kelly said someone's making money off this deal and making loads of it. Okay. Because you're not dealing with the migrant issue at all here. All you're doing is creating another problem that now the federal government will have to be strong armed to have to assess and deal with it. See, Democrats don't want pathway to citizenship because they don't like the fact that the Republicans are not thinking that. They're thinking primarily what? Border security.
Correct.
Get border security first, stop the leak, and then let's deal with what we got internally. They said on average, 70% of illegal migrants who illegally migrate to this country even show up to court. 70%.
Oh, wow. Okay.
70%. They don't even show up to court. So
Well,
they don't
why?
want a
Okay,
pathway of citizenship.
but
So
why are we surprised? Stop. Why are we surprised? People come
we're
here on
not.
student
We're not
visas.
surprised.
People come here on visitor, tourist visas, all this other stuff, and then we just lose track of them, and they're just here indefinitely. We don't track anyone. We just say, come here and run amongst the city free like a wildcat. No, Creed. Sorry, you guys. He's about to.
Where's Creed? Is Creed in the shot here?
No, but I'm trying to. I forgot that I was even talking because I don't want him to like flip the table. He was trying to come under the table, so I just was trying to prevent him from doing that. Sorry.
So I have
However,
well, he's well trained, right? You
he is.
already got him trained. You got
Yeah.
that dog trained. Oh,
Well,
okay.
he's still a dog. That means nothing.
A dog's gonna be a
Like
dog. All right.
it's like a man.
Okay.
This morning, controversy around a new facility for migrants on New York City's Randall's Island after an influx of over 20,000 migrants have arrived from the border, crowding the city's already strained shelter system. Mayor Eric Adams hoping to solve what he
Look at this suit. Look at this suit. You're not gonna tell me this man ain't making money. All right, so he just comes out the other day, signs a new deal with somebody, whatever the hell, Operation Clean Rats, because we have a rat problem in New York City. What do you know? Go figure.
Okay.
And now sanitation and some company is coming together to make enclosures. Get this, AJ, to make enclosures for garbage. Anybody who knows anything about New York City, if you've never been to New York City, you will be soon like smack dead in the face with the reality that there's garbage on the streets, because that's what we're supposed to do. Every third day or every other day, we take our trash in residential areas and put it right in front of the house. Whereas in some other areas around the country, there's a place you put the trash in, right? There's an area that it goes, right?
In the trash can.
Well, there's a area for it,
What do you mean?
like a
We put
dumpster area. There's a dumpster area, like in a complex. You get what I'm
Oh,
saying?
yeah. In an apartment, but like here in our houses, we just have trash cans. We put our trash in and then we push them out to the street corner. The trash man takes them.
Oh, in the street corner or right in front of the house?
For some people, it's right in front of their house. Yeah, like you just push
Right,
it out to the street, but where
right.
the trash truck just drives by and picks it up.
So what we do is in New York City, we take the trash bag, we put our bags right in front of our houses, and the
Oh, you guys don't
sanitation
have trash
department.
cans.
Well, we do have trash cans, but if you put your trash can out there, it's gonna get stolen.
Oh, oh,
It's New York. What do you think?
oh.
So many people put bags out in the front, and the sanitation department comes in and just picks up the bags. They're starting to create enclosures now, citing that the rats are eating through the trash at night. Duh, they're nocturnal. That's what they do. We have
Okay.
trash valet. Wow, that's nice. The hell is a trash valet? I have to look
That's what
into
my
that.
daughter has at her place too, where they come and pick up the trash. She just puts it outside of her door and they pick it up.
So Eric Adams is dealing with a problem suddenly that now he's going to crack down and deal with, which we've had this problem for decades. Anyways, let's continue.
calls a humanitarian crisis.
We were hit with this unprecedented influx, and what do? We pivot and shifted to make sure that we address it.
Pivot and shift it. Pivot and shift.
Oh my
The
God.
84,400 square foot facility is made up of 3 giant white tents, slated to temporarily house as many as 500 single male migrants, with wall-to-wall cots, laundry center, cafeteria, and recreation area. Overnight,
Look at this.
A
Look
whole
at
recreational
this.
center.
You get
Wow.
a recreational center. You get a
Nice.
cafeteria. You get a place to wash your clothes. Look, I get it. Randall's Island, there is no laundromat. So if you're going to house them, you need to have a laundry. Sure, get it. But this is not dealing with the issue. This is just enabling it. This is going to get bigger and bigger, folks. This is going to become a huge compound to the point where they go, maybe we should put a
No,
building here.
no,
Maybe
they're
we
just
should put a
gonna
building here.
no, they're just gonna push them out onto the streets and say, "Go work and pick crops."
They have thousands of them, by the way, in hotels.
Yeah, well, I mean, not surprised. They're just
Like, it's
pretending right
incredible.
now because the attention is on it, and then before you know it, they're not gonna be talking about it, and we're not even gonna ever know what happened to these people. What happened to the Haitians? Where are they?
The Haitians are on their mattress. The ones
Yes,
that
that
they
they
trekked
they're
across the border.
I'm just saying, where are they? I mean, I don't even know, like, it's all publicity. It's just a stunt. It's like a movie. They probably
It
hired
is.
these people.
It
They probably
is.
hired these people and say, okay, we're gonna send you here. We're gonna put you on a bus. We're gonna pay you to go here. They're probably not even really like fucking migrants.
Yeah, whatever.
I'm just
Anyways,
saying. I'm being honest. I don't. They could not even be migrants. But the way I'm seeing it is, I need to tell people I'm a migrant, and then I could go have a whole recreational center, live rent free, have a washer and dryer, and a whole cafeteria. It's
yeah.
not looking too bad.
I mean, they have Xbox, they have everything. I have access to. I mean,
Perfect.
this facility is nice, and that's why I'm saying I brought up Greg Kelly because Greg Kelly is seeing this and he's saying there's a scheme going on here. You know who also said this?
Who?
Bo Schnurley is saying that this has been a scheme. This is an absolute open scheme run by the Democrats. They're laundering clearly right before our eyes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Hey, True. Oh, you
who's
came here
true?
now. He's right there.
Hey,
He was text-
hey, how we doing?
he was texting me this morning, and I was like, I'm doing the show right
I
now.
don't think we've had True here before, so everybody welcome True to the show.
What
Howdy.
up? Okay.
And we take attendance here, True, so once you show up, we'll be waiting for you again.
Yes, True. I'm here every morning, so if you want to chat, that's where you can find me.
Yeah,
So,
can we register as a migrant? Can we, like, us?
I'm going to.
Yeah, I want to identify as a migrant so that we can get that kind of, that kind of
Tax-free.
love.
Tax-free.
Tax-free,
Remember
get to
that.
do what we want. Yeah, I
Do what
love
you
that.
want. Yeah. Perfect.
All right, so before you head out, we got about 30 minutes left with you. Okay?
Okay.
All right.
You're rushing me?
So let's agitate Keisha. This is the segment where we like to get Keisha
Oh,
going.
you didn't already do that this morning with river
With
baths?
what?
River bath and
You
stirring
were
shit?
that was agitation?
Yeah.
That was I thought you were
Yeah.
just nauseous.
Talking about
I
we're
thought
gonna
that was
stir our
just
shit and then put it in a bag. Like,
Macho, I'm going to cross into Mexico and come back. Do it illegally. Do it the way they do it, you know? All right, so
okay, let's do it.
here is this
Oh my
this
god.
what happened? Wait, what happened?
This fool.
What's wrong?
I watch this trial every day. Okay. Play the
And is it entertaining? Are you enjoying it or no?
No.
Anyways, so this is Darrell Brooks. Who is Darrell Brooks? Keisha, do you want to remind everybody?
He's the idiot that drove his car through the parade.
Allegedly.
No, he did it.
He did. He definitely did. So they're just having this trial as a formality. There are cameras, there are witnesses, everything. He cut his hair, he looks different, and he sounds different, but he's still acting so very strange in this entire trial. And here's a bit of that right here.
View. I did provide the parties with a proposed instruction. Before I get to that, though, Mr. Brooks, I have been thinking about your request yesterday. And I know I indicated to you that I would require you to be there. I've rethought that. I've had the overnight to really think about it. And if that is your decision to not be present for that, what I would say is this. I want you to be advised that you have a right to be at that jury view. Did you hear me say that?
Yeah, I mean, you pretty much told me yesterday about, everything that was going on. I didn't agree to or consent to it being, I was still confused about why did there even need to be a jury view.
Okay, does the defendant or whoever needs to have give consent to the judge?
No.
Okay, just want to make sure.
Moving on.
That was my whole thing. I don't see the relevancy of it, and I also didn't agree with or consent to having to be part of something that I don't see as relevant.
I appreciate you making a record of that. But did you hear what I said, that you have a right to be present for it? I've ruled that let me back up. There's been a request from the state to have the jury look at the vehicle that was recovered by the police and, of course, is alleged to be the vehicle that was driven through the parade. Did you hear me advise you of that?
Yes, I heard.
All right, so That motion was addressed previously, and I granted the request for that jury view. Did you hear me say that?
I'm informed.
All right, thank you. So with that, you have a right to be present at that jury view. Did you hear me say that?
And what is the jury view for?
They're going to go look at the car.
Right. So the jury at this point, which they already have.
Because the vehicle is part of evidence. So the
And-
jury
and
is
the
entitled
vehicle is-
to view all the evidence.
Yep. And the vehicle is way too big
To bring it to the courtroom.
Yeah, that's what she had to explain to him, which was hilarious to think about it.
I'm informed.
And I would like you to be there. I believe it is a piece of evidence. That's why I've drafted jury instruction 152 the way that I did. Did you hear me say that?
I'm informed.
So my question to you then this morning is, do you want to be present at the jury view of the vehicle?
You could see the amount of patience that this woman has to get.
Yeah, well.
I don't see the reason why I would need to be present.
Well, that's my question to you, though, is do you want to be present for it? You are the accused in this case. You're the person who the state has alleged committed these acts. The jury view will be to view a piece of evidence that frankly can't come into the courtroom due to its size. And the jury's going to be shown that. So do you want to be present at that?
For the record, I'm not a
I would love to talk to the judge too, AJ. Look, AJ says, I would love to have a kitchen table talk with the judge.
Okay, but the reason she's doing this is because he's going
Why?
to appeal. He's going to appeal. So the
Right.
reason why you see her saying it over and over and over is because she wants him to say, yes, I understand. So that
And
they can't
he's-
bring it back on appeal saying, I didn't understand that part, or she didn't explain it to me. People who represent themselves are not stupid. Just so everyone's very clear.
Right, correct. And this was there was a Supreme Court case recently talked about appeals on certain cases where they
Yes. It's
represented
gonna go up for
themselves.
appeal. It's gonna go up for appeal.
But the
And
thing,
he has a number
he's-
of them.
But he's
Huh?
saying here that I'm informed. He's not saying I understand. I was informed.
He doesn't need to say that he understands. Because she's actually, this judge is actually a very good judge. Most judges wouldn't be able to handle this. I'm sure she's being coached and instructed on exactly what to say, to reiterate, because she's probably had a few of her cases come back on appeal. Criminal judges, they're a little bit more detail driven because they recognize that people do appeal their convictions.
Mhm.
And so they like to cover all the bases. So she's actually doing a great job.
So wait,
I mean-
there's a supervising judge?
Yeah, she's probably being supervised. She's probably getting some thorough advice because he isn't represented by counsel. That is already muddy water
Okay.
when you're not represented by counsel, because most laymen don't understand the law. And like, that's why she's saying they filed a motion. I granted the motion. This is going to happen. So when he says, I think it's unnecessary, it doesn't matter. It went through the chain of command. They filed a motion. He probably didn't file a response
Well,
to that motion.
he's also frustrated because he says he didn't see the reason or
Right.
something about seeing the vehicle, and that's why he said she took it as an objection, which is in legal terms is an objection. He's objecting to the
Yeah, but he
viewing of
had
the
the
vehicle.
opportunity to file a response to that motion. The
And he
motion was
probably
filed with
didn't.
the court. He had X amount of days to respond to it. And basically, if you don't respond to it, you basically lose your right to object.
All right.
Person, I'm a human being. And no, I do not consent to or agree to being present at a jury view.
All right, then I'm going to honor his request, but what I am going to do, though, is as part of that process in any event, because it's being done in a secure location, is I have ordered that I want to make a record of what's being done, and I want a visual record of what is being done. And so this jury view is going to take place in the Sally Port of the jail, and precautions are being taken so that the jurors do not know where it's at. It'll look like a garage, right? Anything that says jail within the Sally Port is being covered up. That will be verified before anyone is taken in there. They will be transported to there. I'm not sure if they'll walk or drive because it's very close. But then the sheriff's department, because it's, as the court official, I'm in charge of keeping the record, not keeping the record, I'm in charge of making the record. It's the better way to say it. And I want to make sure that there's a record of what is done for this trial and certainly for any appellate purposes if need be. The sheriff's department, the sheriff's department is obviously charged with the security and safety of a courtroom, including the jurors. And so I have asked the sheriff's department to record. And so there is a camera that will be on a tripod that will record what's there before anyone gets there. I've instructed them to take that camera to walk around the vehicle and while it's recording to put it back on the tripod. And before the jurors and the court are brought in, once we are brought in, it will also be recorded, and that contemporaneous recording, so that will be as we will walk around the vehicle one time.
So it'll be basically a single shot, and we're never going to turn this camera off because you can never say that we did something while the camera was off.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
You heard what she said, right? For appellate reasons.
Yep. Yeah. Because she knows this is going to be appealed. This is probably why he's representing himself.
Absolutely.
He knew he had no other shot at this case.
And that's why he's wearing a mask.
Oh, why? Why?
So you can't see him.
Okay.
Will be recorded, and then both of those recordings are going.
I should what?
You should watch some of the testimony of the witnesses.
There is some videos there.
Yes, where they tell you. I watch this every day. Where they actually tell you it's him. They say to him, "It's you."
Yeah, over and over again. Oh, it was you I saw. It was you. Or when the prosecutors asked, "Can you give a description?" There was one person who actually saw him. Instead of pointing at him, he actually described him first.
Yeah.
And because he can't point. So the problem is, though, too, Keisha, they can't just simply point at him and say it was him. Because when they brought him into arraignment initially, he had long hair, dreads, and a beard and all that stuff.
Correct.
So that would be misleading. So I liked how one of the witnesses described him, how he was and how he looked prior to.
Well,
they've
had the discussion already with the witnesses. So they've basically been somewhat coached on how to do it.
So the hard part for me to even want to talk through the witness, questioning the witnesses, is because he starts objecting in very weird patterns.
Yes.
Objection, leading, whatever the hell, objection is saying this. And the judge at this point is just kind of like, saying stuff that I thought was great because it's like, come on, fool. Like, what are you doing? You know what I mean?
Well, he's disruptive.
Oh, very, very disruptive.
Yeah.
All right, let's do it again.
Going to be made part of the record. Because the second recording is for the record and has the jurors, at this point I'm going to seal it so that at least until the conclusion of the case, given the order that I have regarding the what's referenced as an anonymous or numbered jury, so that will be sealed. But what will be released to the public or be made part of the public record, and so therefore any media request would be that recording that just shows the vehicle without the jurors in it and without the court. So, and then I plan on also bringing that back to the courtroom. If you don't, it's going to take place. That's
then I have a right to not be present. How can this take place if I don't agree or consent to being present? How can it even still take place without
Here we go.
without me?
It will take place, sir. I'm just going to honor your request not to be there.
I'm asking a question though. How can it take place without my consent or agreement?
If you don't, it's going to take place. That's how I'm going to answer that, sir. So you not going there is not going to prevent it from happening.
That part.
But you can forfeit your right or to be there by your conduct. And by your conduct, by not answering my question, by saying I don't want to be there and I don't consent to it, you will be forfeiting your right to be present and essentially waiving that.
Doesn't I have to sign something for it to be waived?
I don't think so in this case.
Well, yesterday you said something about
I know I said that, and I've had some time to think about that further, and I don't believe I need to take a full waiver with you signing anything or even agreeing to the waiver.
So why did I have to do that for when my
I'm not going to answer those questions because that would be for me to give you an explanation of the law.
No.
I'm just going to tell you that I'm not going to require a written waiver from you in order to honor your request to not be at the, or even if I phrase it, your lack of consent to the jury view.
And is that lawful law? Because,
sir,
did you hear the question? Is that lawful law?
Yeah, I heard him. What he fails to realize is that there was a motion filed. The judge granted the motion.
Right. And the judge has
End
that.
of discussion.
Yeah.
She doesn't need his permission. She doesn't need him to sign anything. If she would like to require a written waiver, she can. But he's failing to realize it's her house, her courtroom, and she can conduct it as such. She granted the motion.
Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to. I mean, again, this is what happens. When you this is what happens when you represent yourself.
Not only that, I'll tell you guys something. There's a list that happens prior to trial: preliminary witnesses and exhibits. It tells you all of the exhibits that will be presented, all the witnesses that will.
There
be
goes the
presented.
big words. What are those?
Not
big
only
words?
that. Not only that. Guess what you get to do?
What do you get to do?
Object. They have these things called ER 904s.
Ooh.
You can object to it, and you can say why you don't think this should be, admitted as evidence. Guess what? He didn't do that.
Tell us.
And it was already admitted. So
and
he's screwed.
So he can't object to it.
No,
That's what you're saying.
It's already exhibit stop of the record. So it's too bad.
Evidentiary. What are those big diction words that you would use? What is that there? What is this? Okay. All right. Anyways, so should I even play some of the? I mean, he does get really contentious.
Play a little snippet of it. I mean, I'm about to bounce on it anyways. I'll be watching today.
I'm not going to go through all the law that applies to that. This is my ruling. If you disagree with it and ultimately there is a conviction, you can raise that on appeal. But your lack of consent is not going to stop the jury view. It's going to happen. It's a piece of evidence that I cannot physically fit in this courtroom.
There it is.
It's too big. There's no way to get it in.
Okay, I'm informed of that, but at the same time, if I haven't signed any waiver, how could it be lawful? I haven't given consent or agreement to a jury view. I haven't waived any
evidence,
right.
you moron.
When the whole issue was brought up, on the record yesterday, my first thing that I said was, I don't see the relevancy of why there should even be a jury view. And that was the whole issue. And yesterday I was told about I don't know how you said it.
Look at the officer's face.
Hold on real quick before you play it. Can we at least bring up my little article that I said I wanted to have tomorrow before I leave?
Yeah, let's see it.
No, you have it. I sent it to you in a text message.
I don't have it. Can you send it to me in Slack so I can pull it up here? You know what? I blew it. What article was it?
I don't want to say it because then it ruins the fun.
Yeah, I blew it. I blew it there.
Hold on. I need to send it to you on Slack.
I got it.
You sure? Because I can send it.
You could. if you get there faster.
You just said you have it.
Okay. All right. Are you talking about the thing that you shared as a TikTok?
No, it's the article, and I said I wanted to do this. God, I've sent you so much stuff here.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, all right.
The wait, I think this is it. Oh, okay, I got it.
The judge needs a spa day. The judge needs a communal bath.
So is it coming to Discord or to Slack?
Slack.
Okay.
Way too macho. I don't know what that means.
Okay,
way to go.
Stop
I
talking.
guess way to go.
Okay.
Oh,
Which
stop
one?
talking. What?
Which one is it? Is it just like your name? Is I do it there? I don't know how to use this because I never
You
use this.
know, go to the random tab, hashtag random.
Oh, hold on.
Do you see it? Hashtag random. And just share it there, or you can put it in a Discord, whichever one works best
No,
for
no,
you.
no. Okay, I just sent something to you.
Okay, good. Oh, you talking about this article? Oh, that's the one you sent. Yeah, I remember this. Okay.
Yeah. I
Let's
just
go
wanted
ahead.
to talk about it before we go.
Let's see if I
Christina.
can. All right, what is this about this article here? What are we looking at?
So there's telling you how cockroaches got their names.
All right, let's see here. How
Want
do
me to read it?
Yes, here it is. Let me share the window here. Here it is.
Okay, so it says, "Are the cockroaches coming from our dicks?" According, can't even do it.
This is what you
Okay, here
wanted
I'll
to
just
do.
skip down. Hold on.
This is what you wanted to do. Go ahead.
Perhaps recently you've seen a little meme going around Instagram that looks like a screenshot of a Google search. Can cockroaches live in your penis? The inquiry asks, absolutely, it's totally normal. 2, usually over the course of a year, 5 to 10 cockroaches will crawl into your penis hole while you are asleep. This is how they got their name, cockroach. You won't even notice a thing. The top results commonly states.
There's that. There's that. What is that? What is that? You had fun, huh? Was that
Oh
fun?
my God, that was fantastic.
All right. All right. What time is it? Is it time?
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
Oh God.
It was great. Like,
How about this? Let's wash that out of our memories. And look at Carrie Lake
screaming like a bitch.
right here. Let's look at this right here.
You over the weekend, everybody, you took the Google all over the world. Like, your name was ringing everywhere. And one of them, yes, man, because I have the scale. And one of them has, and most of them were asking, she an election denier, Carrie Lake. And that was like going around on all different cable news. What do you elaborate on this?
I'm actually shocked you asked that question, George. Well, actually, Anthony, where's Anthony?
Where's Anthony?
Here, Anthony. You know, I did a little, actually, Anthony, how old are you?
20.
Are you a journalist?
No.
Well, you did better research than half these people.
Gotti!
Let's talk.
Oh, Gotti! Oh!
About election deniers. Here's 150 examples of Democrats denying election results. Oh wow, look at this. This is from Joe Biden's press secretary.
Yeah, Tina, yes, Liz Truss has resigned. Yes, I heard of that breaking news.
Yes, we talked about it this morning.
Reminder, Brian Kemp stole the gubernatorial election from Georgians and Stacey Abrams.
Uh-huh.
Democrats saying that. Is
yes.
that an election denier?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at this. Just heard Republican Ryan Costello said it would be difficult for Stacey Abrams to win because she lost her state bid, but yet she's still claiming she never lost. This is outrageous. Hillary Clinton. Trump is an illegitimate.
My question is, are they a threat to democracy, Keisha? Are they?
Absolutely not. They're
no?
Democrats. They're Democrats.
They're Democrats, so they're not a threat to
No,
democracy.
they're not.
Only
Absolutely
the
not.
Republicans who question. Well, Carrie Lake has a few things to say about that.
Yes, I love her.
President, is she an election denier? This one says, was the 2016 election legitimate? It now definitely is a question worth asking. That's the Los Angeles Times. So it's okay for Democrats to question elections, but it's not okay for Republicans. It's a crock of BS. Every one of you knows it. We have our freedom of speech, and we're not going to relinquish it to a bunch of fake news propagandists. If you want a copy of these, I'm sure that Anthony would help you get a copy and help you learn how to be a journalist. But look it up. It's been happening for a long time. Since 2000, people have questioned the legitimacy of our elections.
That's right.
And all we're asking is that in the future, we don't have to happen anymore. When I'm governor, when I'm governor, we're going to make sure we have honest elections.
Excuse you, there's a woman talking, okay?
Okay.
Democrats, the independents, and the Republicans to all know that their vote counted. We want fair, honest, and transparent elections, and we're going to deliver that for the people. But just remember, guys, this is one page after Hillary Clinton says George W. Bush was selected president, not elected. So let's start.
Is she a threat to democracy?
No, she's a Democrat.
She's a Democrat. She runs the whole shenanigans.
Yes.
So she's not a threat to democracy. What about Stacey Abrams? Threat to democracy?
No, absolutely
Where's Grandpa
not.
Joe? Where's Angry Joe?
Absolutely
A threat to
not.
democracy. He looked like
You know what's
one of
interesting
those.
is they always act like they've never heard it until we've said it.
Yeah, all of a sudden, how can you threaten that? How can you question our elections? Will you accept the outcome of the elections?
Yeah.
Whether I do or I don't, what does it matter? What if I don't? What if I don't? Why can't a politician just say that? Just what if I don't? I haven't accept. I don't accept Ronald Reagan as our president. What if we just said that?
Well,
what if we did that?
I don't accept Joe Biden. And
Yeah. What if we
he's
did
not
that?
my president. Oh wait, where have I heard that before? He's not my president.
Not my president. Not my president.
Where have I heard that before? Oh yeah,
What?
he's not my president. So I mean, it doesn't matter at
It was
this point.
painted all over New York City.
Yes.
Not my president. Fuck Donald Trump. Right?
It's
So-
okay. At this point, it doesn't really matter. I am a Black woman in America. I have no autonomy over my own body. I have no voice.
Right.
I'm being oppressed regularly. So realistically, at this point, I can't even think for myself, speak for myself, and I just want to make a public service announcement. Macho
Because the
has
black-
written. No. Macho has
What?
written all my words. He gives me a script every day, and I recite them. I'm not allowed to speak freely on my own. Go ahead.
Yeah, because you don't have autonomy over your body. Because as your body intentionally was created for the white massa. And,
Yeah. So anytime you guys see me with either AJ or Macho, just so you know, I'm not speaking freely. Just so you guys know. They've told me what to say, how to say it, when to say it. There's a little buzzer that I wear on my wrist, and they can press the button and shock me at any time. So I just want to let you guys know that. With that being said, it is time for me to exit this amazing building. It's been a pleasure. Gentlemen, make sure that you put Band-Aids on the tips of your penises before napping, because those cock
Oh
roaches might all
God.
up in there.
Bye. What in God's name? Oh my Lord. Take a quick break, folks. We'll be right back after this.
Should've text if you need to, cause I'm right here. In case anything happens, I'm right here. Before everything ends, my step to 7.
Yeah, yes. They already know. They already know, cut the line next door. On it from the go, now the boy flexed up. They be too slow to go try and catch up. I already know we don't go next door. Bust up, flows like water. I used to want grow up, be a baller. Now I got the ball, I'm going harder. Too cold, gotta go get the dollars.
It's time to talk my shit, locked in, tryna make us a hit. Tell it how it is, most of these boys just cap it quick. I break bread with family, he break bread with a bitch he hit. I can't depend on a bitch, I'm frontin', shit you should know how I get. All fours, baby, put that ass up. Check the score, boy, them numbers adding up. Shit. If he call himself the GOAT, I call his bluff. He flexing on the ground, boy, that shit mean none of us. Next up, I heard that shit a million times. Keep my name out your mouth, boy, you out of line. Without the studio, I'm in this bitch from 4 to 9. They say I'm next up, I heard that shit a million times.
They already know, cut the line next door. On it from the go, now the boy flexed up. They be too slow to go try and catch up. I already know we don't go next door. Bust up, flows like water. I used to want grow up, be a baller. Now I got the ball, I'm going harder. Too cold, gotta go get the dollars. Crazy, I've been getting wavy. Numbers on the rise, hit the gas, I'm racing. Goals going down, don't stop it, I'm chasing. Oh, they want smoke, let's get it, I'm blazing. Whoa, I ride with the roof gone, right around getting 2 stones. Shawty want me, put her in a new song. They saying they hot, they belly lukewarm. Say I got a shot, I got a shoe song. Yeah, I got let it loose on. They already know, cut the line next door. On it from the go, now the boy flexed up. They be too slow to go try and catch up. I already know we don't go next door. Bust up, flows like water. I used to want grow up, be a baller. Now I got the ball, I'm going harder. Too cold, gotta go get the dollars.
All right. Let's get this show back on the road here on the Morning Fix live radio shows, 11:37 Eastern Standard Time, October 20th, 2022. 53 degrees and beautiful and sunny. And we're back here. We're not going to talk about cockroaches. We're not doing this. We're not doing this, all right? We're better than that. Not today, Satan. Not today, all right? All right. I wanted to cover the Kanye Drink Champs, but the problem is that even when I downloaded the video, they removed it. It's not there. So I would have had to rip it. I didn't really have a lot of time yesterday. I didn't have a lot of time this week to rip it and do all that. It's a 3-hour video. I didn't really have a lot of time to handle that. Anyways, what we do have is the fake or the weird apology from Kanye on the Piers Morgan. Didn't ask me though. What do you mean I didn't ask you? You have it? All right. Not today. All right, let's see. Let's see here. We got Piers Morgan sits down with Ye, and here's how a bit of that went down.
My extraordinary exclusive interview with Ye, previously known, of course, as Kanye West, one of the most famous and influential artists in the world. He's been causing global outrage over the past 2 weeks with anti-Semitic tirades, which led to him being cancelled by social media platforms. I wanted to give him the opportunity to set the record straight and explain if he meant what he said. Well, eventually, he apologised for what he said was hurtful comments about the Jewish people.
It didn't sound like he was apologizing, to be honest. It sounded like he was talking about, I'm sorry for what I went through in my lineage.
It took a while to get there. It was a fiery conversation, passionate. It was funny at times. It was explosive. It's unmissable television. The interview will air later this week. But here's the moment I think will get most people talking.
You don't hold accountability to my pain. You're being a Karen.
I'm talking about. I'm not a Karen
to the pain.
I'm not a Karen, and I'm not going to cancel you, and I'm not going to uncensor you. I'm simply going to challenge you on what you're saying. I think you don't understand the pain that you've been causing with some of these comments.
Yeah, Piers. Many people have tried to cancel him. They can't. They can't even come close. So as belligerent, incoherent, DEFCON 3, wow, he said that. Wow, he could say, you can't cancel this, man. You just can't. Like I covered this yesterday. Sid Rosenberg said this morning on his radio show, why are we well, actually not Sid, it was Stern. Howard Stern. So why do we make excuses for this guy and say, oh, because of his mental health? No, you and people who think like you immediately think about his mental health and mental status. I don't. I don't have to live with it. He's not the only artist that, or the only person in the world that says provocative stuff that have maybe some alleged mental health issues. We don't know. But we need to stop pretending like we are doctors to diagnose. I don't know. I don't know what he's going through. And again, this doesn't devalue his experiences. What he's experiencing, again, he's calling to the competition of a dominant demographic in the industry in which he's trying to exist. That's it. DEFCON 3. He doesn't mean it literally. He means it figuratively. I don't believe that he really wants to, but he also wants to push the envelope with free speech. But let's continue.
And I think that one in particular, I can understand.
Oh my God. God forbid one comment could cause people to feel any of the pain that my people have went through for years. Even like the blacks being ushered to the left during the civil rights movement. No one has cared about black people.
All right.
No one is.
Let me say, I agree that the racism against black people has been utterly deplorable, shameful, unacceptable, and thank God the world is beginning to move to a better place about the way it has treated black people like you. However, one form of racism doesn't justify.
It's almost in a better place.
Well, one form of racism doesn't justify another.
It's not a better place.
I'm not cutting you off. I'm finishing my sentence so you can respond. One form of racism. It is racism when you say I'm going DEFCON for Jewish people.
I was in a position where I've been hurt, and this is the.
So basically, during that exchange, Kanye simply says, "You say that we are growth, but you're still bringing up yesterday. You say that we are growth, but you still want to bring me back to the civil rights movement." Piers Morgan starts to emotion plea in terms of, black people have been through this, black people have been through that, but you didn't even purge and ask him what he meant by my people, what my people have been through. You didn't even purge him. You immediately assumed what he was talking about. And this is what confirms his thought process and thinking patterns. I can spot a racist by the way that you attempt to be on my side. That's what he's talking about.
The way I had the right to express myself. The point of this interview is for you to question me and then for me to answer and say, okay, even though the same rules are not applied to my people, if a person with a gun or drugs is pulled over and has three other people in the car, they're all going to jail. I'm not going to apply that to Jewish people for the sake of this conversation. Isn't that what you wanted? But you know what you did? You tried to civil rights me. You tried to pull me back to a week ago, but we're here today. There's been plenty of
I don't understand the logic in that. Like, I have guns and drugs in the car. We all get arrested. He says Jewish people. I don't understand that. Maybe somebody could explain that to me. But for the sake of the argument, I don't know where he's coming from with that.
Conversations and commentary since that, but you want me to go back to 1960.
No.
You want me to go back to 7 days ago.
All right, let me jump in. Here's what I want you to do. I want you to reflect.
Okay, so have we grown? Have we grown?
Here's how we grow. Yeah, here's how we grow. I want you to reflect.
No, have we grown? Have we grown? You're not in charge of my growth. You're not in charge of my growth, Chris.
Okay, let me phrase it like this. I'm about to suggest to you how you may grow if you choose to grow this way. And you can ignore me. You can ignore me.
Piers, how much money are you worth?
Not as much as you, sadly.
Exactly. So take my advice. Maybe you'll get richer.
I would love to take your business advice.
Why would I listen to you?
Why do you?
So this is why you can't cancel him, because he knows what he's talking about. Just sit down, listen, and ask him why. Why say this? Why do this? Why take these steps? Obviously, it's benefiting him. If it didn't benefit him, clearly, if people really were that, if people really look, I'm seeing all types of videos on TikTok right now, folks. I'm seeing all types of things where people are saying, well, here's how black people were Jewish. Here's how this. And it's like, yeah, sure, that's a different discussion. But again, I think there's a blurred understanding of what he's trying to talk about. Does the people he's arguing about or speaking of or mention, do they dominate the sphere in which he wants to exist? That's the question. Do they dominate the housing market? Do they dominate the legal profession? Do they dominate the music industry? Do they dominate the movie industry? Right? Do they dominate? So maybe he's trying to call to something and call to the center and bring out into the forefront. And he says, I'm here to call out the truth, not the lies, right? So maybe that is it. Now, like I said yesterday, I may not have said that the way he did. But hey, he's willing to sit in this seat, sit in this chair, and look at a guy like Piers Morgan and says, how much are you worth? Now, Kanye knows that don't mean nothing, but he's trying to tell him, you're trying to sell me on growth? How much are you worth? If you want to talk about growth in this world, I'm beyond your growth. You want to talk about growth in this world? I have more money that'll last me several lifetimes, right? If we're talking about just here, I've arrived here. Right? Now, if we talk to Ye about his spiritual life, you'll probably have a different conversation when it comes to accountability and growth. But in terms of his understanding of the human nature, his understanding of how to sell and buy and market and how to make music and how to make fashion, he's arrived. He knows what to do here. So as a reporter, as an analyst, I'm asking him all the questions. I'm pruning him. I'm not trying to be accountable to him. For what? He's got to be accountable to himself. You're on your island, Kanye, and you're living and you want to exist in it. Okay, good. So now I'm going to prune you, and I want to know what's going on. I want to see what falls out of that tree. That's what I would do. Give me Kanye. Can you? Hey, Kanye, if you hear me out there, can you come and sit down on my show? I know I'm a nobody, but I will ask you the better questions that Nori didn't ask you. I will ask you the better questions. And yes, I know you have to worry about legality. I know you have to worry about these things. You will lead the discussion. I'm just going to ask the questions that lead to the next question because that's what it used to be. That's why people like watching Joe Rogan. Because Joe Rogan asks the questions that lead to the next question and let the host sit on what they want to sit. No, these mainstream characters, this right here, this Piers Morgan right here, what he wants to do is show you, the viewer, that we control and dominate the spirit, which is what Kanye called him out on. So you're trying to dominate my voice. We're not here to watch Piers Morgan. We're here to watch Kanye. We're here to watch Tate. We're here to watch your guests. We're not here to watch you. You're not the main attraction. That's why Kanye's conducting himself in the way he is. And kudos to him for that.
Why do you hear what my advice is and then work out if I'm wrong?
Why does he need your advice? Why does he need your advice?
The thing is, you haven't given me any credit or a moment of reflection for the comparison that I made, the brilliant, if I do say so myself, comparison that I made to the cops pulling over one black person and locking everyone up.
What you're saying.
And my tweet having issues. Wait a second, I wasn't done with the sentence. My tweet referring to all Jewish people, I said, for the sake of this conversation, I will refer to the business people who have destroyed me and my people and my fellow creatives. But you didn't even accept that I gave you that. You tried to push me back into 1960.
No, I didn't.
You tried to push me back into last week.
No, I didn't.
Okay, do you accept that example that I gave you?
I understand completely the example you gave me. I think all racism is wrong.
So I feel that we've grown.
I would like you to reflect.
I feel we've grown. Do you feel we've grown?
If you've now changed what you wanted to say originally, my question for you is, do you now regret saying
I update
DEFCON
every
3
day.
on Jewish people? Are you sorry you said that?
No.
I don't think it matters. You should be.
Absolutely not. You know, I will say I'm sorry for the people that I hurt with the DEFCON, the confusion that I call. I feel like I cause hurt and confusion. And I'm sorry for the families of the people that had nothing to do with the trauma that I had been through, and that I use my platform where you say hurt people, and I was hurt.
It's an uncensored interview. You said something which you've now wished you hadn't said, and you've apologized. I actually think that says a lot about you, right? That shows you've got that ability to be self-aware, to understand when you cross a line. I think someone like you, with all your energy and creativity and your passion, you're going to say stuff. The way that you talk constantly and in such an extraordinary manner, you're going to trip up. You're going to say things the wrong way. I don't think there's anything wrong in, when you do that, doing what you just did and saying, look, I'm sorry, I crossed.
Instead of talking at him, ask the damn questions, Piers. Ask the questions. Well, why did you say what you said? No, you're trying to clean up and talk at him. You didn't bring this man on to talk at him. Come on now.
The line, I apologize.
I want to say that it's wrong to hold an apology hostage, and I got to let go of that and free myself of the trauma and say, look, I'm just going to give it all up to God right now and say to those families that I hurt, I really want to give you guys a big hug, and I want to I say I'm sorry for hurting you with my comments, and I want to word it in not in like a political way, but in a presidential way, which means what I knew a president to be when I was growing up.
So that was Ye, formerly Kanye West.
Oh
it's
boy,
an extraordinary interview.
Yeah. So again, holding his apology hostage is not something in a speaking manner in which I would speak. But again, I would ask questions. Why did you say what you said? You have the floor here. What's going on? How did we get to this? How do they dominate the music industry? How do they dominate the real estate industry? You brought up about barristers. How do these lawyers whom happen to be Jewish? You have to speak in that way, right? So you want to prune him. You want to ask more questions because he is speaking on things that we are not privy to. And he wants to out it. He wants to speak up on it. And he's being unapologetic about it. He wants to get out there. He's tired of the charade. He's tired of protecting the industry secrets, right? That's what he said in the Drink Champs. I don't want to protect the industry secrets. So before we go out, I want to play this clip here on the Breakfast Club. Here, there was a Lore Cohen. He is he happens to be Jewish, and he talks about, I guess they ream him, and I want to look for it together with you guys. But this is, pretty much why does even though he knows the music is bad, why does he still push it? He has to deal with that.
Brain, nothing good happens with junkies. Okay? Because remember, junkie, the definition of junkie means you have to hit a wall to get better. Now, there are many people who have been able to hit the wall and walk away. Mm-hmm. A lot of them don't. So, I don't like giving up people. I don't want to give up on people.
One of the biggest artists you ever had had a real bad drug problem, DMX.
I'm so sad. DMX, there's two people inside of him. And the I've ever seen and I've ever faced. I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked.
Well, being a crackhead wasn't cool back then. Being a crackhead wasn't cool. Now they seem like they're making it cool to be drinking lean and syrup and.
It's the most dangerous. It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent.
There you go. So this is what it's right there in front of our faces, right? He knows that these people have the issues, the drug addiction issues, the issues with gun violence. What are they perpetuating? Why he wouldn't take part in it? Why he wouldn't have his family take part in it? Why none of the Jewish members in his society take part in it? Because they know that it doesn't yield to a long-lasting life, not a life of quality. And they ask the question, then why sign artists that you complete? Because it's about talent. It's about money. Because talent's going to bring you money. And like I said yesterday, folks, Gene Simmons, Paul Stanley, the two co-owners of Kiss Band, both happen to be Jewish, both come from New York City, and both did not have a high educational background. Gene Simmons went to a community college. Paul Stanley, I don't think he went to college. Okay. But had an idea and a vision to start a band in the 70s called Kiss. Right. What they knew about the industry, even though even in that time it was dominated by Jewish already, people who happen to be Jewish. I'm not saying that, oh, this was a Jewish sphere. It was a business that existed that got infiltrated by people who happen to be Jewish because saw a business opportunity there. You can't fault them for that. I'm not faulting the people for that, but something about that yields the opportunity for competition. And we can't be afraid of that, right? So just because you call them out and you call them out in the way that he did doesn't necessarily mean he's an anti-Semite. It just means I'm coming for you guys. I'm going to create business. I'm going to create a fashion. I'm going to create movies. I'm going to do things and create a lane that's going to compete against you guys. You guys won't stand a chance. That's pretty much what he's saying. Kanye West is saying his life, his career, his entertainment is only beginning. He's got more in the tank, and he's going to reveal it along the way. He's trailblazing. Life of Pablo. He's trailblazing. He's literally coming out and saying, I'm going to compete. Trust me, y'all been comfortable a while. Trust me, you've been sitting on the couch for a good long while. I don't know if you guys remember this depiction of I forgot his name, but I believe it's the producer of Jay-Z. Is it Rubin? Something Rubin. If someone could remind me in the chat what the gentleman's name is. Anyways, you always would see Mr. Rubin in a particular way. He's bushed out, hairy, long hair. Looks like he doesn't really keep himself well together and put together. Rick Rubin, thank you, AJ. But normally, every time he's listening to a new Jay song, a new Jay lyrics, what is the position in which he's in? Most of the time, I see him laying down on a couch, just enjoying music in which he is producing, enjoying music in which he is making money off of, enjoying the fact that he doesn't have to put in the work, and yet he can be a millionaire. Do you guys get what's going on here? He is embodying the fruit of the dominance in which people who happen to dominate the space happen to be Jewish, who happen to be in that space. Clive Davis, a person who happens to be Jewish, has dominated the space. Sign a person like Whitney Houston. There's no dig at these people. But what Kanye is simply saying is, I'm coming after you guys. I'm going to the top. In order to be the best, I got to dethrone you. And don't make it so trivial to the point where now, oh, he's an anti-Semite. And yes, he said what he said about, no, I'm Jewish. And he explained his reasoning behind it. Do I agree with it? That's neither here nor there. I don't care. But what I simply gathered from Kanye West's approach is that he is going to compete against the best. He did it in fashion. He's going to do it now more and more in the music industry. You see, he shied away from a lot of the kind of music that we hear on the low grassroots level. He makes a different kind of level of music that makes you appreciate it. He's elevated people like Kid Cudi, like Pusha T. Pusha T made different kind of music working with him. Kid Cudi as well. He salvaged Kid Cudi's career. Right? How do you do that? You say, look, you can think beyond that. I can make you better by thinking and feeling through things and channeling into ways that you won't even be able to do it. Drake is at the top of the food chain right now in the music industry. And despite what is being said, Drake has the utmost respect for Kanye West. I don't care what is being said publicly, that they might have a little beef or they might, that's BS. He has the utmost respect for Kanye. The utmost respect. Because he knows what he sees and what he's chasing. The chasing is coming from Drake to that side, right? Now, musically, there are different type of realms and talents and stuff, and that's good. That kind of competition has paved the way to great music coming out. It's just how it is. Let's continue watching that, and we'll wrap up here.
But I have to. I can't give up on people.
You can't
You
give
think that's
up.
hypocritical though?
Mm.
You're saying the
It's
opioid problem's a problem.
opportunistic.
Yeah.
I got people to feed.
What did I say?
I got
What
a
did I
business
say?
to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Here it is. Hold on. Let me bring it back a bit again.
To be drinking lean and syrup and
It's
to
the
be on
most
the
dangerous.
pill.
It's the most dangerous thing that's facing our society.
So why sign an artist that would promote that?
Because I already answered that question. You weren't paying attention. She asked me talent or issues, and I said talent. But I have to. I can't give up on people.
But I'm saying that's hypocritical though. You're saying the
it's
opioid problem's a problem.
opportunistic. Yeah. I got people to feed. I got a business to run.
You're gonna make Dame Dash take this clip and call you a culture vulture.
Who's Dame Dash? You brought him up. I don't even know him. I don't even know him. So you bring his name up. I don't even know him. So
y'all made a lot of money together.
Made a lot of
Come
money.
on, Leo. Don't do that to him.
I don't know him. I really don't. So, I don't know what to tell you. I won't be complicit, but I will, if a guy's super talented, I'm hopeful. I believe that with my help.
This is a strange sequence of conversation here. Very strange. And this guy's big time. Again, yeah, exactly, AJ. This is a very strange sequence of conversation. And again, this confirms the reality of what Kanye is talking about. This confirms it. This is what you're dealing with. Who is Dame Dash? Really? Oh, I don't know him. And then everyone in the studio, you made a lot of money with him. What are you talking about? See, they'll squeeze you out. This is what he said. This is what he said on Drink Champs. They'll squeeze everything out of you until they can't get nothing out of you, and they're on to the next. I got people to feed, and look, I'm not mad at it. What we need to do is we need to take the Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley approach. If those people who happen to be Jewish men realize what was going on in the system, what do? They wanted ownership rights of the band Kiss. They said, no, we want our mastering and publishing rights. No, we're going to manage our band. They hired a dummy manager. If you guys don't know anything about how that works, they hired someone who is a dummy manager, someone who looks and fits the part as a manager, but make no mistake about it, Gene Simmons owns his music. He owns the mastering to his music. He's not going to be sitting on his deathbed, can't pass that shit down. He's not going to sit. His grandchildren will be making music, making money off the song, I want to rock and roll all night, every time it plays on the radio. Can some of these rap artists say the same thing? Every time that song plays on the radio, Gene Simmons could be dead decades later. His great-grandkids are going to be making that kind of money. because no one else owns the publishing rights to it. It's just Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley. Paul Stanley is the lead singer to Kiss. He's the star child. You guys can look it up. Anyways, for me, if I saw that's how they moved. If that's how they moved, you guys saw how Michael Jackson moved too. Who owns the publishing rights and the music rights to Michael Jackson's music? You saw how he moved. You saw how Paul McCartney moved with in the Beatles. Look at how these. Look at There's another big time artist just retired. Who is the big artist now that just retired now? The guy, Rocket Man. What's Rocket Man's name again? Wow, why is that slipping my head? Why is that slipping my head now? Anyways, he owns the publishing rights to his music. Just think about it, folks. Right? So, Elton John, thank you, AJ. Elton John owns the publisher. So, if you look at how these people move and you watch how they're working, you would side with Kanye West here. Anyone who's aspiring to be an artist today, learn the system. I had a close friend of mine who is a music artist today, went to college to become an audio engineer. The guy is so great at making not only his own production, but mastering his own sound and he does all the work to everything. So that's what you should be looking to emulate. And not only did he do all that and got signed to a label, he also created a label while being signed to one. So he was able to sign people himself. And so now he's making money off of somebody else. If you don't know the rules of the game, Walter Williams said it best. Learn the rules of the game and compete. That's all you got to do. Learn the rules of the game and compete. I'll leave you guys with that. We'll be back here on Friday. Spread the word. Please share the channel. Please like the channel. Please subscribe to the channel because we want to keep growing this channel bigger and bigger. So only go as far as you guys allow us to. So we appreciate you. We appreciate every viewer. We appreciate every comment. And we appreciate engaging with everybody here. So soon, we're going to have more and more guests come on to the show. So stay tuned. Also, just a rapid reminder, and I'm gonna say it again tomorrow. Simply Sundays used to be aired at 10 a.m. Eastern, is now moved to 8 a.m. Eastern. You can watch it on replay and stuff like that. So you don't have to worry. But 8 a.m. Eastern, if you want to tap in to see Mr. Full Service on Simply Sundays, 8 a.m. Eastern here on the Mornin Fix live radio show. And we'll see you guys tomorrow here on Friday. Have a great and wonderful Thursday. Take care.